I'ma start off so slow. Yeah, I said so slow. They love me on DC just like go go. Said go go. Yeah, I said go go. See, I'm back with Don Kennedy. Go go. See, I'm on my song like Coco. I like to heat mine up like Coco. See the made 17.
See the logo.
Every time they count a baby Coco. You know how to drop me, everything so. You know how to drop me, anything go. Remember back when I got the snow low and I was in the United States.
Just like Romo.
Looking out for the boys.
What's up, Alchemist?
Can't tell them what you driving, that's a no-no. I'ma tell you this, but keep it on the low. If his number's too low, he might be the popo. Yo, let's get higher.
Happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Rent be a pay late. Yeah, it ain't bad out here. It's supposed to be like a high like 76 or something like that. You look like Florida? I wish. I wish. Let's see if YouTube come through, if they put out my notifications. Might send you a roll, might send you a script. Drop my late ass daughter off to school. She overslept and shit, making me late. Interest rates going up. We're gonna see if YouTube put out anything. What y'all know about that Recession album, y'all? What y'all know about the Recession album? Trying to be Young the Big Tipper. Make sure that the air hitting that phone. Let the dollar circulate. What's up, everybody? Ken the Hotel back at it again with another one. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day, y'all. Welcome to the rush hour. So the government shut down. Excuse me. Government is shut down, and everybody pointing fingers and shit. You know what I mean? The last I heard, it was because like some dispute about Medicare and medical assistance for illegal immigrants, which I don't know why the fuck that would be in the bill. Like, why would that be in the spending bill? Like, somebody got to make that shit make sense. I saw your girl Maxine Waters, her ass up there. She got asked, like, are you guys really shutting the government down for because the Republicans won't approve Medicare for illegals? We want Medicare for all, okay? You're trying to twist my words and get me to say we want. I was like, bitch, that means you want to give medical assistance to illegals. Nah, they got no. All right, fuck that. All right, when I go to the hospital, I get some fucking astronomical bill. You know what I mean? I get some astronomical bill when I go to the fucking hospital. I gotta take my kids to the fucking emergency room and to their doctors. I gotta pay all this fucking money for shit that my insurance really don't cover like that. And I got good insurance. But you wanna give these niggas free fucking healthcare? Fuck that. No. No. Kiss my ass on that shit. Like straight up. Kiss my ass on that shit. You know what I mean? So apparently that's the whole issue. Now they want to do a continuance, I guess, for another fucking year. $1.5 trillion and no. You know what I mean? And my wife worked for the government and shit. So she, her ass is fucking home. You know what I mean? Watching fucking her stories and shit. Like, but like it's crazy to me. Like, yo, we can never. There's always every year some fucking dramatic. Oh, the government's going to shut down, and now they're blaming shit on Trump and all this other shit. Apparently, Chuck Schumer shut the government down allegedly because he about to get into a fucking election war, whatever the fuck you want to call it, with AOC. So he trying to capitulate to the fucking Democrats and shit. It's fucking retarded, bro. It's fucking crazy. What up, Josh, yo? It's fucking crazy to me, yo. Like, straight up, like. No. AC blasting on the motherfucking phone so the shit don't run hot. And somebody's running hot out this bitch. It's that bullshit. Let's see if I do this real quick. That might work right there. Alright. That should work. Anyway. No, I was saying, I don't know what the fuck I was saying. Oh. Illegals don't need no fucking Medicare. I don't know why we shutting the government down for that shit. Like I said, I got a cousin in the hospital right now. That nigga had to have an emergency surgery on his fucking stomach, right? He been there for like 2.5 weeks, right? I'm sure he gonna have some crazy ass fucking medical bill. How about footing that nigga bill? We want to foot motherfuckers that don't belong here shit. You know what I mean? And that nigga been working since we was 15. He paid taxes. He got kids and shit. Like, it's crazy to me. Like, you want to make Americans suffer because you want to fucking virtue signal to a whole fucking demographic of people that don't fucking belong here. Nobody say shit about legal immigration. We talking about illegals out this bitch. You feel me? Bill gotta be at least 30K. Yo, I don't know, yo. That shit wild, right? Exactly. You know, he got the surgery, then anesthesia, and then he in the hospital bed for like, he been there for like, I think he went in like, what? Not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before. That bill gonna be crazy, yo. I don't know what his insurance cover, but he gonna have after his insurance cover or don't cover whatever the fuck they not gonna cover or cover, he gonna be in debt, yo. But they want free Medicare. They want free fucking medical insurance and shit for these illegals, man. Fuck that. Fuck that, and fuck anybody who think that shit a good idea. Period. I swear, yo, like I said, yo, I think this simulation broken, bro. This simulation gotta be broken, bro. It's gotta be, yo. Like, people just against their best interest, yo. They going against their own self-interest, bro. You got people, they out there protesting against ICE in Chicago. Before Trump got elected, motherfuckers in Chicago was crying about how illegals was taking over their neighborhoods and they wrecks and shit like that. Something gotta be done. Trump get in office, them niggas fucking Dory from fucking Finding Nemo. Now they out here protesting ICE in Chicago. Like, nigga, y'all just said y'all wanted them niggas out. I told you, yo, that Trump derangement syndrome, yo, is crazy, yo. Shit is real. You got goofy ass bitches taking Tylenol to despite Trump. Never mind if it's a contributing factor to like autism, right? Bitch, you about to have liver failure because you don't like the fucking president. tell you, this simulation broken, y'all. I said this in the video. I think I put it on TikTok. I think. I'm like, I swear, this simulation is no longer supported by the developer, and ain't no more updates. This shit is crazy, bro. Simulation no longer supported by the developer, ain't got no more updates, bro. That's the only logical explanation, in my opinion. This shit is crazy, yo. Y'all niggas in Chicago cried about the illegals coming and taking y'all shit, but now y'all niggas is protesting in the streets against ICE. It's fucking retarded. Now y'all want to give free healthcare to illegals. Not free healthcare to the lower middle class or impoverished here in America. Not the homeless. Not free healthcare for, for American citizens. You want to give free healthcare to illegals. One in the chat if y'all still with me. One in the chat if y'all still with me. Question is, who gonna blink first? You know what I mean? Who gonna blink first? One in the chat if you with me on YouTube. One in the chat if you with me over there on Kick. Cool. Who gonna blink first, yo? But it always seems to be the Republicans who blink first, and they sign stupid ass fucking omnibus bills, yo. Like I said, yo. Like page 666. That shit is crazy to me, yo. Like, the devil's in the details. But people they dumb, yo. People is retarded. You need to be calling their congressmen and women like, nah, nigga, we gonna vote you out. Get that shit out of the bill. Fuck them niggas, yo. What about me? Give me free healthcare, bitch. How about that? How about give me some free healthcare? Fuck, I gotta pay $300 for some fucking glasses. You know what I mean? So we gonna see how long it lasts. How long y'all got this shutdown lasting for? You know what I mean? How long y'all got this shutdown lasting for? That's my question. It might go the whole day, and then maybe they probably come to some resolution Friday or Saturday, and it'll be a continuance. Then they'll pass $1.5 trillion in spending, and then when they come back, they're gonna pass another $7 trillion in spending, or $10 trillion in spending, or whatever the fuck it's gonna be. Like it always is every fucking year. It's fucking ridiculous, yo. It's annoying. Meanwhile, everything going up. You know what I mean? Like, this shit is crazy. Yo, Trump, get your shit under control, yo. Get your government under control, my nigga. You said that we gonna get the groceries gonna go down. Groceries ain't went down yet, my nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know you ain't been in there a year yet, essentially. But look, we need you to start fucking putting boots on fucking necks, my nigga. We need you to start putting boots on necks, yo. You know what I mean? Shit is crazy, yo. Shit is crazy. Anyway, I got a question for y'all, right? Hold up real quick. Let me find it real fast. You ever seen this nigga, yo? Has anybody ever heard of him, yo? Shit. There we go. Anybody ever heard of yo? So apparently this is Brylan Hallahan. I think that's his name. Brylan Hallahan. Apparently this is the new face of TPUSA. They already putting him on tours. He already speaking and stuff like that. I have never heard of this kid, yo. I've never heard of this kid, yo. Brylan Hallahan. Apparently this kid been around since he was 11. But I never heard of him. But apparently this is the new face of TPUSA. This is who's taking... What's up, Montoya? This is who's taking the place of old Chuck. this person was taking place in Chucky, Charlie Kirk. They rolled this nigga out quick. I've never heard of this kid. And like no shade to the kid, right? No shade to him. I just think he a plant. I think he's a plant. I don't know if Charlie Kirk was grooming him for such an occasion. I don't fucking know, but this kid already doing college tours. Charlie Kirk ain't even in the grave yet. Or fresh in the grave, this nigga doing the college tours. And apparently, from what I've been seeing, and I gotta verify it, but allegedly, we'll say, he's pro the landlords. Like, he's pro landlord. You know what I mean? Like, he's super duper pro landlord. You know what I mean? So maybe that's why they pushed him out there so fast. I don't know. But I just find it interesting that they, this kid right here, he's 20 years old. How old was Charlie Kirk when he started Turning Point? How old was Charlie Kirk when he started Turning Point, y'all? But like this kid's like 20 years old. They already got him out there. I get it, right? You gotta keep the movement going. But like this kid is everywhere right now. I've never heard of this kid. So I find it interesting. Like all this Turning Point shit crazy. And I don't care what nobody say. Everybody dragging Candace makes me feel like Candace might be on the right fucking track. What's up, yo? What's up, Sauce? Like all these people dragging Candace through the mud make me feel like she on the right track, yo. They want everybody to think this bitch bad shit crazy, right? And at first I'm like, yo, she gonna do some kind of thing. No, nigga, if my friends don't ride for me as hard as Candace is riding for Charlie Kirk, yo. If my friends don't ride for me as hard as Candace is riding for Charlie Kirk, bro, they ain't my friends, yo. They not my friends, bro. And I think she might be on to something. I've been saying that shit. Now you starting to see motherfuckers come out. Oh, that kid can't be the shooter because I'm like, no shit, Sherlock. I've been saying that shit since Jump Street. What's up, Mike? You catch the most flack when you over at Target? Hell yeah, bro. Make shutdowns permanent again. What up, Jonah? But like, yo, they really going hard on Candace right now. Motherfuckers that used to like be in her corner, be cool with, like they really going hard. I think she on the right track with that shit. I think she over the target. And like I'm sitting there, people like, oh, that shooter, bro. Now they talking about exploding fucking lapel mics, which I don't think that's what happened because and this is why I don't think it's the lapel mic, okay? Y'all can clip this or whatever. This is why I don't think it's the lapel mic. So in order for them to put some plastic explosive or whatever the fuck they're going to do, they need to put it in the digital side, right? The part, like the operational side, not on the magnet of the fucking... Because think about it, right? He had a magnet that held it to his shirt. I would assume that what they need to do is inside of the fucking speaker or the microphone part, which is on the outside of the shirt. So if the fucking lavalier mic fucking blew up, there'd be a massive fucking hole inside the t-shirt. There was no hole in the t-shirt. So how could it have been his fucking lav mic if the lav mic is on the outside of the shirt, right? Even if it blew up toward his body and he used the magnetic part as the projectile, that would have still left a massive hole, a big ass hole, at least the size of the lav mic, in his fucking shirt we would have seen. But there was no hole in the shirt. What we seen was what you call a temporary wound cavity. Anybody that shoot know, right? It expanded his fucking, the bullet went in, expanded his fucking chest from the rapid expansion and contraction due to the bullet moving so fucking fast, and it fucking blew him up and then brought him back down. Probably exploded all that other shit. You think it's on the? How do they do it on the magnetic side? Like, that's the question, right? I don't think it was done on the magnetic side. But even if it was done on the magnetic side, right? Because the magnet was still intact. Like, they keep showing it, the magnet was still intact. Like, I don't think it was an explosion. It still would have left a hole in his shirt. That shit still would have left a hole in the left or the right side of his shirt. So I don't think it was that. I legit think it was still a bullet. The question is where it come from. I ain't even gonna say who it came from. It may not have even been a physical shooter there to shoot it. It could have been a drone. It could have been any motherfucking thing. That's why I had us watch Shooter for movie night. Remember in the movie Shooter, it was a fucking turret. It was a fucking a drone turret that fucking did it. Turret, however the fuck you say it. Right? Like, it may not have even been a physical shooter there. I just don't believe the kid did it. I don't believe that. I don't think he's the shooter. I'm not saying he wasn't involved in some way, shape, form, or fashion, but I don't think he's the shooter. You know what I mean? I don't think he's the fucking shooter. The same people that showed you the autopsy report, if they showed you the magnet, it was definitely the magnet that did it. You think it was the magnet? I don't know. I don't know about that. I want to see an autopsy. What's up, Pro? I want to see an autopsy report. But allegedly there was no autopsy done. Now that hold on, what's my badges? Oh, here we go. Now oh shit, you know what? I ain't gonna be able to get in, am I? I gotta turn around. Allegedly, the badges, Jesus, badges. I lost track of my, what the fuck was I talking about? God damn it, I lost track. I lost my goddamn train of thought. You know, I don't know. I done lost my train of thought. What was I talking about, y'all? I had to look for my badge. And now I gotta turn around because my fucking... So when you get on the port, you need a TWIC card and then your car has to be registered. But the TWIC card is good for like 8 years or some shit like that. I think it's like 8 years. Yeah, something like that. But the car registration only good for 1 fucking year, which is wild. So now I gotta turn around and go to this other place. You've been ignoring the story, Jonah. We need you on top of it, Jonah. We need you on the case, Jonah. We need troublemaker Jonah on the case. But like I said, like I don't think it was the magnet. I think it was some kind of turret or something like that got him. It just, I don't know. It don't make sense. But I think Candace is on it. Like they said this kid did it. And I'm like, I don't think he did it. That gun that he had was not in, it wasn't in the condition, it wasn't in good condition to fucking make that shot. They keep saying it was some family heirloom. That shit was not, maybe it was. A kid's 22, so maybe the kid, the grandfather probably had it since the 80s or some shit. Who the fuck knows? But it ain't what they said. Oh, it's a polymer stock. Like, how the fuck is that an heirloom? When they start making polymer fucking stocks, you know what I mean? But I don't think this kid did it. I'm not gonna say that he wasn't involved. I think he might have been involved. But this kid a patsy. But the way these people going so hard against Candace, it made me feel like she on point. But the one thing, whether it's the lapel, the lavalier mic that exploded, or not, or the shot coming from somewhere else, one thing we can agree with is that this kid ain't make that shot. Period. Full stop. The kid ain't make that shot. Period. Full stop. know what I mean? Like I started going down the fuck, going off the deep end at one point. Cause I was watching the video, cause I saved the shit. I was watching the video and I was like, why that nigga look like he bracing for impact? Like maybe it's just because it slowed down. Like it's almost like he was bracing for impact, which was wild, but I don't think so. Yeah, I'm gonna die for the cause. Well, yeah, we went over it at one point before. Remember, Pro? We did it on the channel. But I think that the shirt puffing out like that was from, like you seen how like when they shoot ballistics gel, right? When that bullet passes through that ballistics gel, you get what they call a temporary wound cavity, right? And that shit expand, and then that shit contracts. I think that what we saw when he got hit and that bullet went through his neck and down like up down through like his spine or whatever, or down into his spine or in his back, we saw that temporary wound cavity fucking expand and then contract. I think that's why his chest puffed out so hard and then he came back down. It's because of that temporary wound cavity. That's just me. And then think about it, right? That temporary wound cavity did that shit and it hit him. Boom. It expands super hard, fucking explode the heart or some shit. You know what I mean? From that fucking kinetic energy and then contract. That shit would do it. There's been way too much disinformation, but I think it is funny they got people sucking Kirk's dick like they're Vladimir Lenin. Like he's Vladimir. Yo, Joda, we need you on it, yo. We need you on it. You gotta tell us what's going on, yo. We gotta get Jonah on the channel to tell us what the fuck he think about this. That's just me. But regardless of whether it was the lapel mic or whatever, one thing we can say is that it didn't come from that fucking gun they showed us. And I don't think that kid was the shooter. You can't tell me this kid ran across the roof, got down in the prone. And Mike, you was in. Tell me if I'm wrong, Mike. Mike, you was in the military. Shout out, Mike has bad knees. That kid ain't running across the roof, full sprint across the roof, bro. Get into a prone position, take the shot, and then run off. Like you sprint across the, like. Go to a range and take your rifle out there and then like see how the fucking crosshairs move at 100 yards when you don't control your breathing or your heart rate. Imagine running across a fucking roof, getting into a prone position, firing a shot within seconds, and then sprinting off again. That fucking crosshair would have been everywhere. It take a pro to do that shit. You got to be a pro to do that shit. You got to be trained to do that shit. And you ain't gonna tell me you did that shit with a gun like that. What you could do with a gun like that. I'm not gonna say you couldn't do it with a gun like that, but not with that scope like that. Not with that motherfucking scope like that. It's hard for your chair warriors to hit anything. But like Mike just said, they would practice that shit. You gotta practice that. Like, I like to shoot, and sometimes my homeboy, he'll put me through what he put his police officers through. That shit is fucking tough, bro. That shit is fucking tough to do. At close range. Sprinting back and forth, pulling up a rifle at like 25 yards, getting on target, bop, bop, bop. That shit raw. That shit tough. So imagine at 200 yards, allegedly 200 yards. I don't think it was that fucking far. But 200 yards, you run in, boom, boom, boom. You get down in the prone position, pow, take the shot, and then run off. That's some fucking pro shit. Right, and he said he just doing that on the ground, Mike said. And now you gotta deal with an angle. You gotta deal with an incline or a decline. No. Nope. You're not gonna sit here and tell me that this kid was able to do that shit. Nope. Nope. Hold over from 1980. Exactly, Jonah. Right. That VHS fucking camera. Camera only watch it on VHS and shit. That fucking Betamax camera. You goddamn right. That shit is wild to me. But I think Candace is on to some shit, yo. I think Candace is fucking on to some shit, and niggas is out here tripping. They don't like that shit. They out here trying to discredit old Candace. She crazy. She done lost it. She done went off the deep end. Oh my God. She's an enemy of Israel and all this other shit. I'm like, yo, y'all niggas is really, as hard as y'all going after Candace, now y'all making us believe Candace might got a motherfucking point. Candace might got a motherfucking point. So I've been watching Candace's show. Now I've been watching Candace's show. I want to hear what she got to say now. And some people say, oh, she grifting. Is she though? Is she? Is she? As hard as y'all trying to make us believe she grifting, now I'm starting to believe she ain't grifting. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Anyway. That's all I got for you. I gotta get in here and I gotta deal with my fucking car decal and all this other shit. So I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. If you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon if you're over there on YouTube. Hit that follow button. Consider gifting a sub. Sharing is caring, guys. I appreciate you guys. Every little bit goes back into the channel. I will call in tomorrow for the after party. All right, that's what's up. Yeah, call in, Jonah. We gonna go straight to you first. Anyway, until next time, it's Cannon Hotep saying, be blessed, stay strapped, don't miss, and don't worry about tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow got enough problems of its own. Worry about today. All right.